I'll be right back. Alright, I'm got a ton of shit going on. I'm gonna keep posting all these memes on Instagram.
You ready, JD? Because we are live, man.
Sweet.
We about to show the screen for y'all real quick. We got the thumbnail on there. If you see it on YouTube, we got the thumbnail on there. Waiting for people to come in the chat. See what's good. Definitely share this on your social medias because we got a lot to talk about. Y'all. So y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this?
Hell yeah. Ready. That's for damn sure. Gotta share this everywhere and get this going. We got 4 people already.
Yeah, let's get it going. So we are here. We are live. Let me copy this link. And we about to show the screen, y'all. We are in the building. What is going on, everyone? What is up? Y'all see who I got here. Y'all see who's in the building. RumBoyz Central, baby. RumBoyz Central.
What's up, Baker Bacon? How's it going, guys?
What's going on?
Yeah.
And welcome to another live stream by Spotlight Sports Talk, aka RumBoyz Philly, and we have RumBoyz Central in the building. It's probably a little lagging, but we're gonna fix some things. Probably gotta close a few things out. Most likely with this, you have to close a few things out, how things work, in our system. But let me do the record version of this. So let me do the. But what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Darion of Spotlight Sports Talk, aka RumBoyz Philly. For some reason, and we have JD from RumBoyz Central in the building. Thank y'all for being in here, man. Thank y'all for being in here. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, we just going to do we gonna talk about a lot of stuff today. We gonna go into some NBA, go into some NFL, a little bit of Big Three. Yeah, we gonna talk about some things. We gonna talk about some things and make sure just like what Rob would say, like, D, say it, let's talk about it. He always want me to say that for some reason. But if you want to start it off, because I know we talked about it earlier about, you was at the Bears training camp today. So
Not today, but last week I was at the Bears training camp, and yeah, it was great. I mean, there was a Super Bowl atmosphere, definitely. I don't know how many Bears fans we got in here. I know that I know there's a few Bears fans who watch all the RumBoyz networks, and yeah, it looks really good for these guys. The only weak spot was I think Mitchell Trubisky's short game. He missed a lot of quick throws and he did a lot of push-ups. Matt Nagy is a taskmaster, but he's a taskmaster that everyone seems to like. So I mean, yeah, it's all looks amazing from Bears camp. Khalil Mack looks like a monster. Looks like he's in the prime of his career. So yeah, all good news from the Bears. That's for sure.
Okay. So that's not too bad. If people said what about AB? We gonna get into AB. Listen, y'all see what I said. If y'all have not go and watched the video, please go and watch the video that I said AB just put on the goddamn helmet. Just put on a helmet. Simple as that. Just put on a helmet. It is what it is. Just put on a helmet.
It sounds like he's going to. It sounds like AB's gonna put on the helmet. I think that all of this was seriously just kind of like a spoiled little. You know, he thought he could get away with it, even though nobody's getting away with it. Even Tom Brady has to wear a new helmet. So if a 42-year-old quarterback has to wear a new helmet, a quarterback who is not a wide receiver, you're damn right you have to wear that helmet too. It's for safety. So
Yeah, it's definitely for safety reasons. So you definitely have to wear the helmet. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're not getting around the AB. So with that being said, we're going to get into that topic. We're going to get into it. But until then, I want to get into what JD was talking about earlier. We was talking earlier in the chat, and he wanted to. We gonna go into football because football is popular right now. But I want to go into these NBA duos, the best duos in the NBA. That's what I really want to talk about.
I did just drop an article for everyone to check out, and I want to get everyone's in the chat's thoughts. I'll drop it in the chat really quick for you guys to just pull up on a different. Don't leave the chat, but definitely pull it up on a different tab. Basically, I have for my NBA duos. For let's go one down. Let's start with the top ones. So we can make around the top ones. So the first one I have Kawhi Leonard and PG-13. Do you agree with that one?
As the top duo in the NBA?
Yes, the number one duo in the NBA.
I'll have to say, as far as the top duo in the NBA, I have to see it come along first before I make that quick prediction. And I say that because you got to think about it. Like, they never played with each other before. You don't know how cohesive they're going to be. You don't know what's the camaraderie. You just don't know the chemistry with these two. They both score heavy. They both can play good defense. I mean, defensively, I think they're the best duo defensively. I can say that. Now, offensively, let's see who gets the ball more. That's my only thing about that. But
I think during the regular season it'll be Paul George, and during the playoffs it'll be Kawhi. Personally.
So you think Kawhi is going to be the actual second scorer?
In the regular season, I think he is because they're gonna load manage him. Last year he only played like 60 something regular season games for Toronto. In the playoffs he played every game,
Right.
And he was amazing. So I think Paul George will carry the load in the regular season. But this is what I was gonna say. Doc Rivers, he has some experience taking a bunch of parts and making a championship out of it. He did it in 2008 with the Celtics. So you got the right coach for this, for sure.
Yeah, you do have the right coach for it. And I mean, what other weapons do they have around? I mean, is Lou Williams still there?
Lou Williams, yeah, off the bench, Lou Williams. So that'll be dynamic. Off the bench, Montrezl Harrell's a good player.
Yeah, I like him too.
I think he's going to be a pretty solid player. He's not going to be like a star, but he'll be a solid player for them. I just think in the playoffs, in the seventh, obviously the Raptors they had more depth with Kawhi, so it wasn't just Kawhi taking the Raptors all the way there. But Kawhi was such a factor in the playoffs against Giannis and stuff that Kawhi can pretty much shut down anyone in the league. And then you had Paul George in the mix; he can shut down the next person, most of them. So I just like that combination. But who would you pick as number one? We're going into this league.
Well, I still want to hear this list because I have to go off the list and then I will make my order there because I know the first one is Kawhi and Paul George for the Clippers.
So number 2, I got Clay and Steph.
What? I would have to put them number 1 over Kawhi and Paul George as of right now because, I mean, we all know that Clay's coming off of injury. We understand that, but it's hard to put Kawhi and Paul George over.
Why without hurting him? You know what I mean? You look at whenever Nathan Spratt says Warriors 2020 champions. See, like I could actually see that they have D'Angelo Russell now. People are just like throwing that over their head, like, oh, that doesn't matter. That's a big deal. D'Angelo Russell's a young talent. He can help them win regular season games. And who knows what he can do in the playoffs?
Right. I can agree to that, but having a Splash Brother number 2 over a chemistry that we haven't seen yet, that's really debatable. Let's keep going though. I gotta hear these duos, man.
For sure. I love their talent, but I mean I definitely have the Splash Brothers higher. For number 3, I have Lillard and McCollum. That you talk about chemistry. The reason I don't like their inconsistencies and the fact that they get injured all the time in the playoffs. But for number 3, I have Lillard and McCollum. I feel like they're going to be really, really hungry, and they proved that they can beat a lot of teams. But they proved that the Warriors, like they didn't prove that they could even touch the Warriors though. But they were hurt. Lillard was hurt.
But when they're healthy in the playoffs, they are the dynamic duo. They are the dynamic duo. I don't know what else you could put past it. Like I don't know because them guys can score and they play off each other so well. They're definitely in debate with the Splash Brothers. They are definitely in debate with the Splash Brothers. So that's a.
So they're three. I have mad respect for Lillard and McCollum. And spacing is everything right now. Spacing is everything. And number 4, I feel like it should be lower, but I just was looking at it and I was like, all right, fine, I'll put him there. LeBron and AD.
As number 4?
About not knowing history. Yeah, number 4. You could totally argue that they don't belong that high, but I feel like a lot of people will argue they belong higher. Like on ESPN, they're like, oh, they're the best team in the league now. I don't know about that.
I disagree with that as well. I don't see LeBron James and AD. I mean, I can see them going to the playoffs, but I'm probably like an 8th seed. I don't really see them doing much because they still don't have enough around them. Okay, yeah, you have AD. Cool. You got LeBron. Cool. Who else do you have after that?
You got Kuzma, Green.
And Cousins, right? You got Cousins over there too.
But I don't like Rondo in this new age NBA. I don't. Or what's his name? Darn it, I forgot his name. The center.
JaVale McGee?
Yeah, JaVale McGee. I don't really care for him that much. He has good games though.
I think he's just I think he's just good for defending.
Yeah, he's a good defender. I mean, they need somebody like him on the team. So I don't know. Like you said, I think they'll be a later seed in the league. I like the Jazz more than the Lakers, but I like because of how much depth they have. But I like LeBron and AD better than I like Donovan Mitchell and like I'm strictly doing this year's best duos. I'm not doing like the best potential duos. You know what I mean?
So you're doing actually the best duos right now going into.
Yeah, the best duos going into the season. That's why the Brooklyn Nets, KD and Kyrie aren't going to be in the top 10. So if you thought they were guys, sad to disappoint you. But KD hurt his Achilles. I don't even know what he is anymore. I don't know what he is, so I can't put him in my top 10.
I mean, if you're gonna put him in the top 10, you got to put him in like the lower tier, like at least 10 or 9. I would say that would be your best bet.
But I don't think he's going to play next year, so that's the thing. Maybe going into 2021, yeah, like I could, he might be in the top 10 just by his reputation alone.
Yeah, that's a you could do that as well. I mean, that's something interesting that you actually could look at. What I say is this: who do you have at number 5? Because I'm really nervous about this number 5th pick.
Jokic and Murray.
I can see them being there. Now I can see them being at number 5. What I saw in the playoffs, I really like what I see with Murray. Murray is definitely a rising star.
Yeah, Murray can get it done from beyond the arc, and Jokic is a really good passer. He's probably the best center passer in the league. So he's like kind of a weird mismatch for people. Mm-hmm. But his problem is he doesn't have like the greatest athleticism. He's kind of slow. So the reason why I put AD and LeBron, and one of the things I put for AD and LeBron is I'm really worried about both of their health, because if one of those guys goes, it's a wrap. I mean, they're not going to even be a playoff team. So LeBron and AD both have to stay healthy. But if they do stay healthy and they see Jokic and Murray, I'm thinking of like playoff matchups. If they see Jokic and Murray in the playoffs, I think they'll dominate them. Like, I really do. Like, do you think LeBron's playing point guard this year? People forget LeBron is playing point guard. It's going to be easy for him to dominate some of these point guards.
I just think having LeBron at point guard, it doesn't really feed the purpose for the rest of the point guards that's going to defend him this year. It's not going to feed the purpose. LeBron's too big.
Dominate him. Exactly, yeah. For some of them, he'll dominate them. But for Trae Young and stuff, I think LeBron will get dominated.
That's something that you could definitely talk about. So you have number 1, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George as a top duo in the league. And then you had number 2, you had the Splash Brothers with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. Then number 3, you had TJ McCollum and Damian Lillard as your. Then 4 is LeBron and AD. And number 5, you have Jokic and you got Jokic and Murray. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's not too.
5 through 7, you could argue all of them. Honestly, 5 through 8, you could argue with me, and I would listen to it because it was such a toss up. But I have for 6, I have Chris Middleton and Giannis.
You have Giannis and who?
Chris Middleton.
At number 6?
Number 6. Giannis is so good. Middleton.
I just don't.
Player, but he's not.
I don't really care for Middleton. I mean, I care for him. I think he can shoot, but once he gets in a funk, he don't know how to get himself out of it.
Yeah.
That's my only issue. That's my only issue with that.
I was gonna say I have Westbrook, Harden, and Simmons and Embiid. I kind of have them tied.
Simmons and Embiid at where? They shouldn't even be in this top 10. They don't really compliment each other like that. You know, I'm a real hard critic. I'm a real hard critic of my Sixers.
Yeah, they don't compliment each other really well at all, and that's kind of that's why I have them tied, because I don't know if Harden and Westbrook are going to compliment each other either. Like, the chemistry is something I talk about in this piece. Like, I don't trust either of their chemistries. That's why I have Middleton and Giannis and Jokic and Murray higher than them, is because I don't trust their chemistry. This next duo that I actually have high hopes for. I think they could jump to like number 5 or 6, and that's Mitchell and Conley. That's number 9, Mitchell and Conley. Like,
hold up, Mitchell and who? Conley?
Yeah, Mike Conley.
Oh, Donovan. Oh, I forgot he's in Utah. Right, Donovan Mitchell and Conley. That is a crazy backcourt.
1-2, yeah, and then you got Ingles at the 3 shooting 3-pointers. So that court is going to be ridiculous. You got a 3-point specialist. And then you have Dante Exum off the bench who can do a lot of different things, play defense. He's really good. So I love the Jazz this year, and I think they can jump to number 5 if they can like kind of make this. They can complement each other a little bit, and if Mitchell can evolve a little bit, just get a little bit better. I just want to see him take that next step. He's got all the talent though. I love Mitchell. Mitchell's a good player.
Yeah, Mitchell is definitely. I love Donovan Mitchell. I feel like he shouldn't have got snubbed from the All-Star game. That's another reason. I think that was a bad snub for him. The way that was just a slap in the face to what he done this past year. That's just my personal opinion. So you have them at where now?
I have them at 9.
Okay, you have them at 9. So you have 6, Giannis and Middleton. Who you have at number 7?
Number 7, I have. Let's see. Let me pull that back up. I have number 7. I had. See, this is one where I'm like, I don't know if James Harden and Russell Westbrook, just simply based on their own individual talents. You know what I mean? They're two.
I don't think they're gonna be a duo though. I think it's gonna be a lot of conflict there.
I agree. They might not even make the playoffs. And if they make the playoffs, they might not get past the first round. There's a very good chance they won't get past the first round.
Because they gonna be the only 2 scoring out of the rest of the whole team.
Like they have 3-point shooters, but will Westbrook pass to them? That's my question.
I think Westbrook would pass to them. You know, he always double digits in assists. It's more of Harden if he's going to pass the ball. It's more of James Harden.
It might work out really well. Like I'd be surprised if it worked. So here's the thing: it might work out well because it is unorthodox, and Mike D'Antoni is a guard-centric guy, so he could kind of say, "All right, Westbrook, like Harden's going to go to the 2 now, get him the ball," and that could work. I don't know. It's possible. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. So let me just recap for anybody that's just coming into the chat. And hit that like button, y'all. Please hit that like button. We really need to get to like 20 likes at least by the end of this stream. 25 likes. Share this stream everywhere. So just a recap for people that just came into the chat. Number 1, we're going to get into the Dak situation. We're going to get into that little $40 million. I know y'all talking about it in the chat. I do see y'all. Shout out to the RumBoyz Fantasy Network. They are in the chat. Shout out to the RumBoyz Fantasy Network. Thank y'all for being here. Midwest Sports. Shout out to everybody that's actually in the building. Thanks to everybody that's here. But we're going to get into the duo. So number 1 is Kawhi and Paul George. Number 2 is Splash Brothers. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Number 3 is McCollum and Damian Lillard. Number 4 is LeBron and AD. And number 5, you had who you had at number 5?
Jokic and
Murray. Yeah, Jokic and Murray. Number 6, you have Giannis and Middleton. Number 7, you had we just said them, James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm. So that's the recap we have so far. So we about to get into number 8. Number 8, what is that? I would like to know. If you say Ben Simmons and Embiid, you gonna say Ben Simmons and Embiid?
It's your boys, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Let me give you the reasons why, and you might not think so, but I say the first thing I said, I'm not sold on this team or this duo from a chemistry perspective, and I don't know if it can be sustained over a long period of time, like over more than 1 year after this year. But I do know that Simmons and Embiid are one of the most physically dominant players in the NBA at their respective positions, and it causes tons of mismatches for all types of players. They've had 2 runs in the Eastern Conference playoffs, and they're very young. They've almost been knocked out, or they almost knocked out the NBA champion Raptors in a game 7. They have beat the crap out of the Warriors in the regular season, and Ben Simmons has been developing a jump shot in the offseason. And also, Harris thinks that him losing Jimmy Butler will help him a lot. So, like, he even has mentioned that. He's like, well, when Jimmy was here, I didn't get all the shots. So, between you take Jimmy Butler out, you give Harris and Simmons the ball more. I don't know. I like how physically dominant they are. It's kind of why I have them so high.
Can y'all hear us? They say that you said mic check. Can y'all hear us? Let me turn my volume up on my phone and see if y'all can hear us.
Oh, turn my volume up? Sure.
You said mic check. Can y'all hear us? Let me turn my volume up on my phone and see if y'all can hear us. All right, talk, JD.
Yo, hey, you can hear me? I'm gonna turn it up.
All right, talk, JD. Yo, hey, you can hear me? Yeah, it's just I think it's your volume.
Here, I'll check my sound.
Cause your sound is good on the Zoom side. I think it's just the YouTube side for some reason.
Okay. Well, I'll speak closer into the mic.
Can y'all hear him now? Please let me know. Press number 1. Press number 1 if y'all can hear him now. Press number 1.
Mic check. Mic check.
Press 1. Now press 0. Press 1.
Can you
Okay.
hear me? You can't hear me? Can't hear me? All right.
All right. Cool. All right. So that's absolutely fine. So, number 8, you had Embiid and Ben Simmons. Okay.
Yep. Number 8, I had Embiid and Ben Simmons. And like I said, you could pretty much argue 5 through 9 a lot. But for number 9, I have Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley. And I just like the two-way capabilities of these guys. And yeah, we watch Malguli. I'm friends with Malguli.
Yeah, shout out to Malguli. He's Team Spotlight
Yeah,
Sports
shout out to
Talk.
him.
Shout out to Malguli, man. Shout out to Malguli. We appreciate him a lot. We really do.
Another Chicago fan here for all of us. But yeah, for Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley, I like what they have around them too. You know, they have Rudy Gobert, and I don't even know how to get higher, man. Honestly,
I don't know what's going on as far as.
But I mean, I can switch to my. Hold on, let me switch to my headset. Maybe that'll be higher. Hello? Is that higher?
Yeah, let us know if that's higher, y'all. Let us know if that's higher.
Hello?
How everybody in the chat? How that sound, y'all? Does that sound better? Let us know in the chat.
All right. But anyway, so yeah, I have Mitchell. Mitchell, and I really like Mitchell's capabilities. I think he's been working a lot on his long-range game. He's trying to space the floor really well. I love Joe Ingles, and Rudy Gobert is so underrated and such a good, solid player for the Jazz, and they have a good coach. I really I'm waiting for them to pop, but I don't know if they're physically. I don't know if they're physically or skillfully ready to go to the finals yet. I think this might be a good year for the Blazers to go to the finals, but it could also be a good year for the Splash Brothers to go back to the finals too. So, I don't know.
That's another thing too. Have the Blazers go to the finals. That would be lovely to see a different West Coast team goes to the finals. But even with the I like the Clippers though. I think the Clippers might go, but we gotta finish getting into this duo. So where we at? Number 9?
Number 9. Number 9 is Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley. For number 10, this is where I want you to tell me if I'm biased, because I am a huge Luka Doncic fan. I have Luka Doncic and I have Luka. Can you turn it down a little bit? I have Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis for number
10?
Yeah.
Oh heck no! Come on, that is biased. I think it's biased. I don't know like I said, I don't know their chemistry.
I don't know how they'll work.
I don't know how they'll work.
You got Luka Doncic, a 6'8" point guard who can shoot as well as James Harden, who's got a step back like James Harden, and then you got Kristaps Porzingis, who might as well be like a little bit slower version of Kevin Durant with less all around speed, less all around. He's just a weaker version of Kevin Durant, who's maybe has a better post game. So I don't know. That's where I got them. But I have my honorable mentions. I have obviously KD, Kyrie, Kemba, Tatum, Pascal, and Kyle Lowry. But Kyle Lowry is pretty much done in my opinion. Like we've seen the best of him.
Oh yeah, we got a topic on him as well. Him withdrawing from the USA team. That's another person that's withdrawn. I don't know what's going on with this USA team coming up when they go for the Olympics. But yeah, so that's the duo. So I'm gonna let JD recap the duo. Let us know what you think in the chat. Just let it.
The duo for you guys. We got number 1.
1 is Kawhi and PG-13. Number 2 is Clay and Steph. Number 3 is Lillard and McCollum. Number 4 is LeBron and AD. Number 5 is Jokic and Murray. Number 6 is Chris Middleton and Giannis. Number 7 is James Harden. Number 8, James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Number 8 is Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Number 9 is Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley. Number 10, I have Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. And I want to give one more duo to watch this year. A duo to watch. Trae Young and John Collins.
That's a young duo.
Yeah, that's a young duo. It's not. I don't know if they'll be dominant right away, but they're already pretty damn good, and they've been working out in the offseason together. So that's my basketball article for the day. I definitely am excited for I watch these Rico Pines videos. I love watching ball. So.
All right, so I do want to get into. I really want to get into.
Andre Drummond like 12. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's all. That's. I could say for that duo, there's some people that I could switch out, but I really didn't get a chance to actually look up the rest of the duos. Ben Simmons and Embiid, I can see why you got them at this of the Sixers, like because Sixers be doing the dumbest stuff that really irks my nerve, and it just they cringe me sometime. I'm not going to even lie, they really cringe me sometime. So it's just
they shouldn't have traded Landry Shamet. He's going to be good. He's on the Clippers too. You asked who the Clippers have. The Clippers have a few young guys, a couple young guys.
Yeah, I mean. I like the fact that we picked up Trey Burke as well as a backup. I like that.
Trey Burke, yeah, he's pretty good. He was on the Mavericks for a little while last year.
So
he's an interesting guy.
I do want to get into some key days or some what I can say the key dates of the NBA schedule, which will be 2019-2020 NBA schedule. It's going to be looking really good. Opening night for October 22nd. If anybody doesn't know. That's where it is. The key in the building said facts. Sixers drive me to drink. But Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond. Okay, that's not too bad. But the key dates, just to let y'all know, the NBA do start October 22nd, which that's kind of around the corner. Like if you really think about it, it's right around the corner. So yeah. October 22nd is going to be New Orleans Pelicans versus Toronto Raptors. That's going to be at 8 p.m. on TNT. And then you have the Lakers and Clippers at 10:30. You know how many people is going to live stream that game on October 22nd?
Yeah. I mean, that'll be an interesting. That's the opening? That's opening day?
That's opening night, which that's the first night of the NBA, which would be October 22nd. And the question is, oh, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, the Lakers might be better from a sheer chemistry standpoint, but that won't mean much. That's all I was gonna say.
But as far as you talk about the Lakers, right?
Yeah, Lakers were early in the season. Like you said, I want to wait for this team like down the stretch, see where they are. The Clippers. I feel like the Clippers we're gonna see the best of them late in the season.
Absolutely. So, it says, while we tuning in, you be like, I mean, how can you not tune in to opening night? Number one, you have the number one overall draft pick in Zion Williamson debuting that night against the defending champions in the Toronto Raptors. That's one. You got a kind of a revamped Pelicans team where they might do something. It might be the Pelicans are kind of like on under the radar. Like nobody's really talking about them after they drafted Zion. But I think they went out in free agency, and I think they went out in the draft. And I think New Orleans really did good in the draft. I think they had one of the surprise drafts of this year. But even with opening night for the Raptors, they're gonna have the banner put up. We know they get the first taste. Of them winning a championship, but nobody really cares about this game. They really care about the Lakers and the Clippers at 10:30. That's the game that's really being interesting because you got Kawhi coming from the Clippers. It's going to be Staples Center is going to be packed. We all know this. It's going to be a wild game.
steal of the draft, and the Pelicans got him. And they got Lonzo Ball, and they got Derek Favors, and they got Brandon Ingram, they got Drew Holiday, they got J.J. Redick now, they got Zion Williamson, they got Ep.1 who's pretty decent, but he's kind of old now. So, yeah, I mean, the Pelicans, you said, nobody's talking about them. They might be talked about soon. And Lonzo Ball is pretty good. I don't know. He needs to learn how to shoot free throws, though. That's one thing.
I think he's been working on that in the off season. I feel like with Lonzo Ball, he's a great defender, and that's what I like about him. I feel like offensively, he's going to get better because he ain't been in the league that long. So it's like he still has to develop and show what he needs to show to show what he actually can do. But
I agree. It's a good spot for him.
Yeah, I agree too. So that actual Clippers and Raptors game is going to be Clippers and Lakers. But December 11th is another date y'all have to remember. Clippers and Raptors. That's where I was at because I was looking at the screen, and Clippers and Raptors, and Kawhi goes back to Toronto after leaving Toronto to go to LA.
That'll be an interesting game to watch. Key in the building says, Enrique says, Kawhi is on his own that game. Paul George will not play due to recovering from the shoulder surgery. So he's not even going to play in that game. That's how irrelevant it's going to be.
What, the Raptors and Clippers game?
Yeah.
So he won't.
Enrique.
So Enrique said the Raptors will make the playoffs, probably the 7th or 8th seed. Raptors winning the chip. Was it all Kawhi? I mean, that's another topic for another story. But we do want to get into the key dates for the NBA season because I feel like the NBA season is right around the corner. And before you know it, we're going to be talking more football while NBA is on. It's going to be a lot to talk about, especially for us, analysts and podcasters that, follow the sports. So you have November 27th, where you have the Brooklyn Nets versus the Boston Celtics. And it's in Boston.
You said the Raptors will make the playoffs. I think if it's in Boston, I think Kemba Walker's going to be really good under Brad Stevens' system, to be honest. I like that.
I have to agree. I think he's in the right spot. Kyrie just didn't fit the system like we thought he would. But Kyrie is more like, see, Kemba could be he could be a passing guard, but he would love to score too. But I think you get a better system with Kemba Walker than you do with Kyrie Irving. That's just me.
He complement his teammates better. Kyrie will. The thing, and it's funny because I remember a lot of Celtics fans would try to argue with me about it last season. I kept telling them, I was like, guys, he takes the ball up and he goes to the elbow or even just the top of the key and he just takes a jumper. It's like the lowest percentage shot in the NBA to take, and it's just not worth it. Analytically, it's stupid. And I don't think he's going to be much better in Brooklyn. I actually think that Brooklyn has a high chance of disaster. I really do. I think getting rid of D'Angelo Russell was a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bad deal because they knew they was going after KD, and knowing KD is not going to be 100% by the time the season starts. Mind you, the NBA Finals just damn near ended. If you want to be honest, like he's not going to be back by next year. Like he's not going to be back by October, by November. Like I just don't disagree. I disagree with that.
And Achilles, you got to be careful with that. So there's no reason to bring him back. Like even if they're in the playoff hunt, you might as well just let Kyrie just
do his thing.
He's always hurt. So I just don't. I don't know why you get rid of D'Angelo Russell. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I would have been like, no, like you guys go to New York, go to the Knicks or whatever. Like get the hell out of here. That's what I would have said. Also, I really quick, I just wanted to say I kind of I agree with Enrique Key. I think that the Raptors will make the playoffs. Pascal Siakam is going to have a big year this year.
Yeah, I think Siakam's going to be the number one player there. He's going to be the number one player in Toronto.
Yeah.
That's just
24, 25 points a game.
Yeah, he's going to be the face of that franchise, knowing that DeRozan is not there, Kawhi left. See, that was my problem with the trade. Like, You know, DeRozan he was a loyal Raptor. I don't think DeRozan would never left Toronto. I would never thought that. But you know,
It's just he can't shoot. That's the only problem I have. Like I was looking at the stats and I was just like, man, he really can't shoot. Like he looks really good when you watch him and everything, but then when you look at like how little he shoots a 3-point shot, it's like, man, that's no wonder they got rid of him. It's just you can't have that on your team. Also, Fred VanVleet would be really good this year.
yeah, he's still gonna come off the bench, but you know, at the same time, I think. Me personally, I think he's the better point guard. I mean, offensively, me personally, I think he brings the spark. Because when Kyle Lowry's in there, yeah, he has a lot of turnovers. He does try to do a lot of fouls and a lot of flops. But I think Van Leek just give them that spark. I just think it's just something about when Van Leek's in there. That's just my
I could see them
personal.
getting a first-round exit, the Raptors, though. Just because it takes a lot out of you to win a championship, and that team wasn't that incredible to begin with, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't that great to begin with. Kawhi just gave them a boost for that 1 year, you know, to show like that's what they are. They're
he's that good.
like he's that good. Like he could leave and win a championship and leave. That's what he could do. So, the other game that we have on the 27th is the Lakers versus Pelicans at 9:30.
Lakers versus Pelicans. I mean, that'll be funny.
That's gonna be something. That's gonna be something to watch. That's gonna be something interesting to look at.
That'll be a funny game. I mean, I want to watch. You know what I would pay to see is the pregame, just like the warm up, talking to each other and stuff like, "Hey, yeah, you guys traded me." Yeah. Where is it? Is it in New Orleans or is it in LA?
It's in
LA, that'll be funny.
It's in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. Well, when they go to LA, that one will be funny. That'll be really funny. It's like, hey, you guys remember me? Like, you guys said I was your franchise, Lonzo Ball's case. Like, why do the Lakers do that? They like double down. Like before the person even becomes a superstar, they're just like, oh, you're the franchise.
Right.
Jump at it.
So the other dates that we have, you have December 22nd, where you have the LA Clippers versus Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't know why it's a key game that we have to look at. Nobody's over in Oklahoma City anymore. Who's the star in Oklahoma City besides Chris Paul? Like, let's just be honest here. Like,
yeah, nobody cares about Chris Paul.
I don't care for that game. I don't care for that game. But they say, according to NBA.com, they said, why are we tuning in? It says George's trade request to the Clippers is still a tough pill to swallow for the Thunder fans to swallow, blah, 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 blah. Russell Westbrook departure, franchise reboot has become, but George will be greeted by Chris Paul taking on his former teammates as well. And the Thunder group that will use every slight reel and imagine to fuel the fire this season. I don't see anything about that. I don't really care about the game. On to the next. You have January 9th. Now, I don't really care for this game even. It's the Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City. This has more of a storyline than the Clippers game does. The Rockets, you know, Russell Westbrook going back to Oklahoma City for the first time he on a different team. So it's Chris Paul. So like it's going to be interesting to look at.
You know what I absolutely love about this season more than any other season in the last like 6 or 7 years is I have no idea who's gonna win the title. I really don't. It could be anybody really. I mean, it could just be the Warriors again, but at the same time, there's duos now. You know what I mean? There's less trios and stuff. The Warriors still have the most depth, and they don't have anyone like KD on their team anymore. So, I just like Boston could win it all. I don't know. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, NBA is really up in the air. It's really up in the air this year about who could win and who could come out especially who's coming out the East. That's going to be something to look at. November 7th, you have the Boston Celtics and the Charlotte Hornets. Ooh, baby. I don't really care for this game because nobody's on Charlotte anymore because Kemba's not there. But I would love to see Kemba Walker go back into Charlotte and put up at least 40.
Yeah, he probably will. Especially he's a dangerous. People underestimate Kemba Walker. He's dangerous.
He's very dangerous. He's been dangerous since he was at Connecticut. When I saw him,
that was why.
When I saw him, when I first started to know about Kemba Walker, when he was in when he was in college, and I think it was the Elite Eight or the Sweet 16 when he did the step back for the game winner. Oh my God, I was like, this kid's gonna be a problem in the NBA. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Kemba Walker. Not actually the game. I'm actually looking to see what Kemba Walker do against his old team. Like, hi, that's why we left you. That's why we left.
Exactly. He probably will have he'll have a good time. Enrique said on chat, he says AD will be heavily booed every time he touches the ball in New Orleans. That's for sure. He also said that Kemba will get a standing ovation from Charlotte. I agree with both of those points. I don't know about you.
I could assume to that. I could assist to that as well. I can. But this game, I think I'm gonna like this game right here. The Utah Jazz versus the Memphis Grizzlies on November 15th.
Ooh, yeah, that'll be interesting. I want to see Ja Morant.
That's what I want to see.
That'll be very interesting.
That's gonna be interesting because the trades, man, just to see Mike Conley go back into Memphis, like, oh man, that's gonna be interesting. Knowing you just talked about the duo with Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley, like we just talked about it. So I think this might be one of the best games on the schedule from October to November. Because this is the last game they got for the key dates to look for all the way up to November. So this game right here, it comes at 8:00 on ESPN. So everybody probably, I might just stream this game. This is one of the games that I will stream. Because, I usually do.
The NBA, there's a lot of different storylines going on.
Right. And I think the only one that I really look forward to in October is for the Boston Celtics in Philly. That's one of the games that's one of the streams that, I'm always going to do. And, that's just the East Coast rivalry. So, and having Kemba Walker play in Boston now. So, it did.
Tatum owns Philly.
He does.
Yeah, he owns. He's like that's like Philly can own a lot of teams in the East. But man, Tatum gives it to him. That's one. Tatum needs to evolve as a player. If he played every game like he plays against Philly, then man, he'd be a hell of a player.
And it's going to be interesting because, like, think about it. Kemba Walker's in Boston. Al Horford's a 76er now. So it's like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, it's good. That's gonna be an interesting matchup as well. That's gonna be a good matchup that I'm looking forward to looking at. That's in October. So me personally, like, I'm ready. I'm honestly ready for the NBA season. Just a few things that I do want to talk about, like, real quickly before we go into football. We do have Kyle Lowry. He withdraws from the Team USA due to injury, as usual. We all know what's going on here. We all know what Kyle Lowry like, but there's a lot of players that actually, end up withdrawing, like AD withdrawed. I think what's his name? The guy from the Kings. I don't know. Was it De'Aaron Fox?
Barnes or Fox?
Yeah, Fox or Barnes. They actually did that as well. But there's been a lot of players withdrawing from the Team USA. Like, even Carmelo. Like, Carmelo, honestly, I don't know why you did that. Number one.
Carmelo got denied.
Oh yeah, he got denied. He didn't get withdrawn. He got denied.
He got rejected. What was I gonna say about TJ McCollum? He said that the reason why a lot of people won't do the World Cup this year is because they think they have a chance in the NBA Finals. So a lot of guys who didn't think they had a chance used to do it all the time. Now everybody thinks they have a chance in the finals. That's why McCollum won't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind, but I feel like if it's not interfering with the regular season, why not get a gold medal and put that to your career?
I mean, yeah, I agree. If you can do it, do it. I definitely agree with that. Fix your volume again. Damn.
I don't know.
It messed up.
I don't know. You sound fine on my end. Like, you sound fine on my end. I don't know.
That's weird.
I don't know if it's because of my computer volume. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I have no clue.
Checking my properties.
I
What's up, Karam Awani, my main man?
definitely hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like
Here,
button.
I'll try this. Can you hear me better now? How's that?
They saying that he's too. I don't understand how you are too low. I don't know if it's my if it's because of me. Is it because of my audio and my microphone is a bit far? I'm not too sure.
How about
But
now, guys? Is that better?
let me see what I can do here. Hold up. Let me see what I can do here.
I have all my stuff at 100%.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could just add my mic onto it. Let me see. Cause he's loud on my end. He's loud on my end.
Am I at 100% for output?
Yeah, what I'm about to do is that I'm about to add my mic, my other mic, in just to see. Let me see.
I was fine earlier. I'll keep this right next to my face.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to wait for the mic. Okay, so that's not working. Okay, so that might be the wrong one. All right, so just give us 1 second, y'all. Give us 1 second while we get this this podcast.
Hard Knocks starting in an hour. Ooh, that'll be fun to watch.
I usually watch Hard Knocks the day after. That's just me.
I'm watching Building the Browns too a little bit. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Like he's kind of loose. He's kind of what do you call it? Kind of doesn't care. A little bit loose with his team, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Oops. Just drop this.
All right, just let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know, because for some reason I think my OBS is about to crash.
So what do you guys want to talk about? I think I got my top 10 NBA duos on RumBoyz.com. We just talked about those. If you guys haven't been to RumBoyz.com, you should definitely check it out. Sign up there. You can go on the forums. We got a bunch of Raiders articles now. Our new guy Joji Fujikawa. Excuse me. We got just a bunch of good content on that. Power rankings, the fantasy rankings. Also, if you missed RumBoyz After Dark, which airs 9 p.m. Eastern Time on RumBoyz Fantasy Sports Network, check that out. We got clips all over my channel and I think other people's channels too, and on RumBoyz.com.
All right, so let me just check.
Did I lose you?
Can you
Am I
hear
frozen?
Me? No, you're not frozen. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry. Your face was frozen for a second. Now it's not.
All right, cool.
But,
I was making sure. So, let's see.
But what's good, Malguli? How's it going, my man?
It's just
fellow Chicago fan.
I know, right? I mean, I am going to put the Skype number up there in a bit. But do he sound better now, y'all? Because I did put my mic. Dude, I put my mic on I put my mic next to my computer volume to see if it sounds better. So, let me know if y'all can hear him clearly. Please let me know. So, JD, you can talk if you want to talk.
Hello.
It's even louder.
Oh, that sounds really good. I actually like it that way. So please let us know. Let us know if you can. Next time I'll be using Skype. Now I'm down. Now how the heck am I down? The life of OBS. I tell you. Yo. Oh, I know why.
Is that better? Am I low? Key? I don't know why I'm low. It says I project like really high, so I don't know why I would be low. It's weird. Is it good now, Key? That's what's up. That is what's up.
Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Does that sound better? So I just had to put out another mic. Does that sound better? Had to pull out another mic for y'all. So that does this sounds better? Okay, yeah. It's this. See, that's why I like this.
Sweet. Enrique says you're both good. All right, we can move on now. That's good.
All right, so now we could definitely move on.
Close.
All right, cool. Sorry about the audio, y'all. Sorry about the audio. We actually got into most of the NBA stuff. People withdrawing and stuff like that. How you feel about Michael Beasley signing with the Pistons, though? How do you feel about that?
I'm just wondering if he's. I didn't see him shoot many 3-pointers last year. I think I remember seeing him shoot one, but I'm sure he shot more than that. That's the way the game is going now. So a guy who doesn't create much spacing like him, I'm wondering. See, like the Pistons have all these guys who are old school players. You know, like Rose, who I love. I'm a huge Rose fan. But they have Griffin, Rose, Drummond, and if you had like a D'Angelo Russell also, then it'd be great because you have a bunch of spacing all over the place and you have a great interior game. But the fact that they're just adding Beasley, I don't know, it just doesn't. You're adding strength to strength, you know. You already have that.
Yeah, I can agree to that as well. Now I do have another question. Now, how you feel about the whole? I don't know if you know about Sebastian Telfair, him getting sentenced to go to prison. I'm kind of in shock about that because I don't know what actually happened. I don't know the full story, but I remember watching Sebastian Telfair in my era because I'm a bit old. I'm a bit older than y'all, so. I mean, he came out of Connecticut, one of the top players coming out of college, and we don't know what happened to him in the NBA, and now he's getting sentenced to another. I guess he's getting sentenced again. Don't know the whole story of it, but it was just something that we looked at. Yeah, Key in the building. I know you would probably remember him. I know you probably would, but so.
Fair a little bit, but I didn't know that he got thrown in jail. Don't even get me started on people infringing on my gun rights. So.
Oh, we're not going to even go.
Yeah, he got arrested for owning a handgun. I guess a certain handgun. That's stupid. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's definitely some BS there. That is definitely some BS.
Ooh.
But
yeah, that happens though sometimes, I guess.
So he's gonna be sentenced to prison. But let's get straight into the nitty gritty, man. Because I know a lot of people want to talk about NFL. Because NBA ain't till October, till a couple months. So a lot of people don't really want to talk NBA, but they damn sure want to talk some NFL. What we do? Yeah, we could. I do want to talk about what we talked about earlier about your Bears coach.
I'm just excited for this season.
Because I know that they said he was getting some bad scrutiny or something like that. They were saying to him, I don't know what it was. Yeah, no, your coach.
Oh, Nagy. Yeah, Matt Nagy he's just super. I mean, he's the taskmaster, man. He was just like, all right, guys, we're doing this. All right, guys. But he was super nice to the fans. But man, he was making everybody. He was making everybody just run and do a lot of work. And definitely, when Trubisky messed up a couple of short throws, he had him doing push-ups and stuff. Yeah, Matt Nagy's a really good coach. I agree with Malguli in the comments there for sure. He's a great coach.
Yeah, I do like him as a great coach as well. I think he turned the Bears franchise around. Me personally, he changed like just the way
We're going nowhere.
Yeah, without him, I don't think y'all would have went anywhere. Honestly, the coaches that the Bears been getting the last couple of years before Nagy came in, it just didn't fit. It didn't fit, and to bring Nagy in around the same time Trubisky came in, yeah, I can assist to that. I can agree to that.
John Fox was a bad coach, very bad coach.
I don't think it was that one year. For the
Bears, at least.
Yeah, I don't think he was a bad coach overall, but I think he was a bad coach.
Right.
He just didn't fit the Bears.
He's old school. We need someone new school. Malguli says he woke us up. I agree with that. I think he woke up the Bears. He woke up the talent that we had. We have so much talent now, and especially on the defensive and the offensive line, the two most important, um, you know, places basically. You know, and we have so many good linebackers, so many good offensive linemen. So it's going to be a good year for sure.
Right. I have I think this is a topic. It's not really about preseason. It's not really about teams. It's about Jay-Z, Rock Nation. It's entering into partnership with the NFL. Now, Rock Nation, y'all, we all know Rock Nation is an entertainment company. We all know that. Founded by Jay-Z, we all know this. But he did sign a multi-year partnership with the NFL to enhance the live game experiences and to amplify the league's social justice efforts as well. According to NFL.com, they said as a part of the agreement, Rock Nation will advise on a selection of artists of major NFL performances like the Super Bowl. A major component of the partnership will be nature and strengthen the community through football, music, and including through the NFL's Inspired Change the Initiative. Now, the NFL formally launched the Inspired to Change the Initiative in early 2019 after more than 2 years of after them work with the NFL players. The goal is to create a positive change in the communities across the country through this initiative. NFL teams and league office with Players Coalition and the NFL players who support the programs and the initiatives to reduce barriers to opportunities to focus on 3 priority areas: education, economic advancement, police and community resolutions, and criminal justice reformed. Huh.
Sounds positive. Sounds good.
It sounds positive as well. I actually like Jay-Z being a part of this because it definitely can some Colin Kaepernick, you just never know. I'm just saying. But
I haven't heard much about him lately.
But according to Roger Goodell, he said Rock Nation, one of the most globally influential, impactful organizations in entertainment. Then he says the NFL and Rock Nation shares a vision of inspiring meaningful social change across our country, and we are thrilled to partner with Rock Nation and looking forward to making a difference in our communities together. Huh.
Sounds good.
I actually
like the Panthers or something. Weren't the Panthers up for sale recently?
Yeah, the Panthers were up for sale, and I think Jay-Z actually bought them or something like that.
Somebody should buy them. Somebody cool should buy them.
And Malguli, leave me alone about my Spider 2 Wild Banana, man. Leave me alone about that. That's John Gruden's playbook. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But
John Gruden, man, I'll tell you what, I don't even know what to think. The players hate him. The young guys hate him.
I don't think so. I do not think so. I feel as though if you look at the Hard Knocks, see, John Gruden is an old school type of guy. He's not going to let shit slide. And that's what a lot of these NFL coaches do. They let a lot of these young guys slide. They like to sweep shit under the rug. And John Gruden is not that type of coach. He's not that type of coach. And these young guys have to understand, if you don't want to follow this system, you could go. You see what they did with Ronald Ollie, the former player from Last Chance U. You want to be lazy out on the field? They cut him the first couple days of minicamp.
What's his name? Excuse me. The guy from Jerry Porter. That's his name. Jerry Porter says that all the young guys. He was on TMZ, and I'll share this link with you guys. He was on TMZ saying how John Gruden, like a lot of the guys wanted to fight him and stuff, and he's just like he would talk shit, and he just wasn't like a good leader. But I mean, who knows? I mean, it really is hard to say. What I don't like about him, the one thing I really don't like about him recently is how he's trying to praise Nate Peterman, whatever you want to call him. and he's trying to like throw shade at Derek Carr. Derek Carr is a pretty solid quarterback. Like
I think that rumor is old, in my opinion. I mean, I think the rumor is old. Nathan Peterman, he did play well in the first preseason game. I can't lie about that. But I mean, you gotta give credit where credit is due. John Gruden know how to make quarterbacks. Nate Peterman was just in a bad situation in Buffalo. Who was he throwing?
Derek Carr. Like Derek Carr can really spin.
Which I understand that, but we all know this is all for the number 2 position.
Yeah.
This is all. Derek Carr is going to be the starter regardless of what anybody says.
Paid him all that money. It'd be weird if he wasn't the starter.
Yeah, Derek Carr is going to be the starter. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I think Tyrell Williams and Antonio Brown would have something to say if Derek Carr was not the starting quarterback.
Yeah, that would be insane if he wasn't.
So that's.
I just don't like how John Gruden's so disrespectful. It's like, dude, you paid all this guy's money and then you're gonna throw shade at him. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like he's an old school type of coach where he's not going to praise no prima donna players. Like, okay, a lot of the young players don't like him. What is your reasoning of not liking John Gruden? Because he's too hard nosed compared to college coaches that let you get away with a lot of shit? Is that the case?
Yeah, I guess that's what they don't like. I'm not sure. Yeah, he only likes older players.
And I feel like with him, I feel like with John Gruden, I think he brings that hard nose to us. I mean, y'all can say, "Oh, he got paid so much to be with us for 10 years." Cool, but we all know this year is setting up for Vegas. It's setting up for Vegas. Even if we don't make the playoffs, it's setting up for Vegas. But I feel like we could probably make a wild card. I can say that. I don't care for the Donkeys in the AFC West. I don't care for the Donkeys. Yeah, that's the Broncos. Sorry, Colby. Sorry, CA Sports, but I just don't care for the
Do
Donkeys.
you think the Chargers are gonna have a down year?
If they don't have Melvin Gordon, that says it. I mean, you got Keenan Allen, but Tyrell Williams is not his not his opposite side anymore.
When does Rivers start to fall off too? You know, you haven't seen Big Ben falling off. You haven't seen. I've seen Breeze fall off a little bit, but his accuracy has gotten better, and he doesn't take as many shots down the field. So it's not really falling off if you're doing it successfully. Him and Tom are aging gracefully. I wonder if Rivers is going to fall off or not. I'm wondering about that. His game really isn't dependent on a big arm, though.
Yeah, I mean the AFC West. I actually like how the AFC West is going to turn out this year. I actually like it. My personal opinion is let's forget about the AFC West right now. I think it's another topic for another time. I don't want to get off too much, but I do want to talk about AB. I know a lot of people, if y'all not saw this video of me cursing out Antonio Brown about his goddamn helmet, I don't know what to tell y'all. But I'm kind of happy that he came back. They found him a helmet that actually probably feels comfortable compared to what he had, 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago?
He's had that helmet for all 10 years that he's been there.
He's been in the league 10 years? My God, where the hell I've been?
He's an old player, yeah.
He's an old player, still considered one of the top receivers in this league to be 10 years in.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have as good of a season as he's had before.
I mean, I think it depends on his injuries, depending on like the frostbite of the feet. But I think if Derek Carr could get the protection and get him the ball, it's going to be special.
He'll get him the ball. I don't know about the protection, but I think when he's protected, he'll get him the ball.
Yeah. And so Antonio Brown, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet for you, buddy. Don't complain about that damn helmet all year round. Don't complain about it. I don't want to hear nothing else about you trying to appeal a unauthorized helmet that's not allowed in the NFL anymore. I don't want to hear that. I don't.
Right when he drops the pass, you're gonna be like, "Oh, my helmet was too tight. I don't like it."
I don't want to hear no excuses because I know Antonio Brown is a diva. We all know this. He's a prima donna for real. So
he's a crybaby.
Yes, most wide receivers are.
Yeah,
Most wide receivers are. So, but Antonio Brown is the leader of that pack when it comes to that as well. So,
I like DeAndre Hopkins. He's probably my favorite wide receiver in the
well,
league right now.
I can agree to that too because this guy did not drop a pass all last year.
He just doesn't drop it.
He don't he if you I dare y'all to say, "Oh, I disagree with this." Look up the stats. Look up the stats. Every time that everything that was in his vicinity to catch, he caught.
It's pretty amazing.
He had no drops.
Very remarkable. And he's a really, really good player. And honestly, I'm looking at Deshaun Watson like, if you could just get a little bit of protection, what could you be? You know, you could be probably the best player in the league, if not the second best quarterback behind Mahomes. I mean, Watson is he's such a good talent. He has such good accuracy and he has such good athleticism. You know, he can make, and he has Hopkins. I mean, geez, you got all of it right in front of you. He just needs a little bit of blocking and just a little bit more maturity, and he'll take over the league.
And I do want to get into what was said according to Adrian Peterson when he said that the left tackle Williams his absence is hurting the QBs. Now, do you feel as though is that true? Because Williams Williams. A lot of people say he's a good lineman. I think he's washed up.
I mean, I haven't seen him this year. I don't, and honestly, he's been a guy. I mean, he's been a above average guy, but I wouldn't call him like a star anyway. And it's hard to see who's a star with the league. You really just have to see who's dominating who. Like the Bears at the training camp this year, their O-line looks really, 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 really solid in the scrimmage. But seriously, against that amazing Bears defense. But at the same time, like I'd have to see it. I don't know what it means. I would imagine coming from Adrian Peterson, he's not lying. So, you know, if it's hurting him, it's hurting him. Maybe they don't have a good replacement under Trent Williams.
Yeah, they probably don't have a good replacement, but I feel like him holding out. I think that's what he's doing. He's holding out for another contract.
Maybe he needs more money. I don't know. It's the thing about it is like I wouldn't pay him right now because you don't know who your quarterback's going to be going forward. So until you figure that out, I would just throw your quarterback into the Wolves, kind of like they did with Josh Allen last year, the Bills did, and see what he is. And like Haskins, I know they're probably not going to do that, to be honest, because Jake Gruden's fighting for his job. So the Redskins, I like Haskins, but I don't. They don't look like they have a lot of potential going forward. At least not from my perspective. What about you?
I like Haskins. I think he should be the starter. Colt McCoy. I think Colt McCoy is coming off of a type of injury where I think he's not ready to come back. So Haskins is what. Or yeah, Keenum could be the starter, but Keenum is just so injury prone. He had that one good year in Minnesota, and everybody praised this guy. I just don't understand Case Keenum. I think he played for all NFL 32 teams like Ryan Fitzpatrick did. That's just me. I feel like he played for all 32 teams.
I don't like his arm. I like Haskins' arm better than I like Keenum's arm anyway. And why not? Like, are you really worried about losing games if you're the Redskins? Why not just throw Haskins in there? If I'm the GM of the Redskins, I'm pressuring the head coach to try to win with Haskins because Jay Gruden sucks anyway, and I wouldn't want him as my head coach.
Yeah, Jay Gruden is just a terrible. He's just not a great coach. He does not fit the Redskins anymore. He had his time with the Redskins. It is just time to move on from. It's time to move on from him. Period. It's just time to move on from him. But let's talk about it because this has been the hottest topic of the preseason, outside of Ezekiel Elliott, him holding out. But Dak Prescott. Is this guy smoking?
I don't know what he's smoking, bro. I want some of it.
I need to know what he's smoking to ask for $40 million guaranteed.
Dude, seriously, I didn't realize Dak Prescott didn't have this level of self-awareness. When I heard that he was offered $30 million, I was like, oh, perfect. You know, they're gonna get it. He's gonna accept it and whatever. That's about as good as he would ever get on any team anyway. In the open market, and for some reason he comes back and goes, I want $40 million or whatever. Dude, you're insane. You're insane. The only person I would pay $40 million is Patrick Mahomes. Everyone else can kick rocks.
I don't know about everyone else. There's some quarterbacks out there that can be worth $40 million.
If Carson Wentz could stay healthy.
We're not gonna get into Carson Wentz. I don't think he deserved that money either. Not yet. I don't think he's
like 3 exactly.
I don't know what the actual terms of Carson Wentz's contract, but if Dak get that $40 million guaranteed, it'll be more than what Carson Wentz is getting.
So he gets $25.7 million a season. So Dak Prescott thinks he deserves $15 million more than Carson Wentz per season.
Absolutely not.
That's asinine.
That's asinine as a 10 as a what's what?
As a 10 as 11.
Man, it's just terrible. Dak Prescott, like I understand that you're a good quarterback, but you're trying to get Russell Wilson money. You ain't Russell Wilson ready, bruh.
I want to see how much was Wilson's contract even? Russell Wilson's contract.
Cause this is just bogus for Dak Prescott to talk. Like I need to see the stats of Dak Prescott. In fact, I'm on NFL.com right now. I'm really about to go into Dak Prescott stats because I'm so over. I need to see it. I need to see what type.
It's not even close to being worth $40 million. He's not even. He might be the 15th best quarterback in the league. Like honestly, he's an average quarterback, and he's not worth that. So Wilson gets about let's see. Well, I'm gonna calculate this because he signed a lot of it's up front. A lot of Wilson's money is up front, and then he extends it. So it's 87.6 plus 31. So it's a little bit different per year than everybody else's. Wilson's gets money. He gets like $50 million this year just to play.
Okay, so this past year that Dak Prescott had, so he played 16 games because he had a bye week. So he had
Prescott got offered more money than Russell Wilson makes, and he said no.
That's crazy.
Russell Wilson makes $29.5 million a year, and Dak wants more. He wants 40. He wants $10 million more than Russell freaking Wilson. How much is this guy? What is he smoking? He's smoking some of the finest stuff I've ever heard.
I mean, if you look at his actual stats from last year, Dak Prescott, he threw over 3,800 yards. He had 22 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. But he had
300 yards is average though.
Yeah, 38. Then he had a passer rating of 96.9. He only had
22 touchdowns.
He only had 9 passes for 40 plus yards. He had 39 passes for 20 plus yards.
Drew Brees is 40 and he threw for more yards than him. And Drew Brees had the worst season that he's had for yardage.
For yardage in a while.
Yeah. So no, Dak Prescott is worth honestly, I was gonna say I would offer him $22 million.
I was about to say that about 22 million would be the best bet for Dak Prescott.
They offered him $30 million and he said no. Seriously, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm saying go ahead, bro. Test the open market. Go ahead.
Right.
See if anyone's gonna pay you more than $25 million a year. They won't.
Exactly.
They're not gonna pay him more than 25.
Oh hell no. Hell no. I don't know what they seeing in Dak Prescott. I don't know why he's even in consideration for $40 million. That's guaranteed. That's more than Matt Ryan. He won the MVP and you didn't win no MVP. You won nothing. You ain't been to no Super Bowl and who knows when. Dallas Cowboys.
Russell Wilson gets $29.5 million a year. Russell Wilson has won a Super Bowl. And Dak Prescott got offered more than Russell Wilson. That's what people are. Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable.
it's just bogus to see, man. It's bogus to look at. Like, they offer you $30 million. Why not just take that? Take what's being given, and then Zeke. I mean, Zeke is well deserving of the money that he's getting because he is the Dallas Cowboys offense without Amari. If it's not Amari Cooper deserves his money. I'm not gonna lie. He's a former Raider. He didn't do nothing for us, but when he came to Dallas, he did his thing. Do he deserve?
I don't think Zeke is asking for too much. Personally, I don't think he's asking for too much. He's asking for $15 million a year. That's it.
That's less than what the top five running backs is getting.
Yeah, like he's asking to be paid almost as much as Todd Gurley. It's really not asking for much. It's really not. Yeah, and they're just, I don't know. Here's what I would do if I'm the Cowboys, and I think they're gonna do this. I'm gonna say, okay, Dak, you think you're worth more than that? All right, bro. Zeke, we're not gonna pay you. Like, we're gonna wait for like 5 games. If Dak sucks during those 5 games, we're not even gonna offer him $30 million. We're gonna offer him $20 million next time around. And Zeke, you get paid. If Dak sucks and they can't win without Zeke, I'm giving Zeke the money that he needs by like week 4.
Hell
like
yeah.
0-3 or like 1-3 or something, and bring back Zeke.
Yeah, the NFL do have a hard cap, but I can say, like, I think Zeke is worth more the money than Dak is. I think you should pay Zeke. And then when Dak get to that 4,000 passing yard mark and 38 touchdowns or 40 touchdowns, then yeah, you could make a consideration. But you only had 22 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, bro.
He didn't even throw for 4. That's what I'm saying. He didn't even throw for 4,000 yards. He acts like he's the best player in the league. That's what he thinks. It's so stupid. It's like, dude, you can't even. I don't even understand how he can like think that he's worth more than $30 million. That's insane. His ego must be huge. He's got a big head.
Yeah.
That's not. And also, what is he ignorant or something? Does he want to lose Amari Cooper? Does he want to lose Ezekiel Elliott? Does he want to lose his offensive line? If you get paid $40 million as a quarterback, you're going to lose a couple of those guys, maybe two of those people that you could pay. I'd rather pay Amari Cooper and Zeke. Shoot, you could get Case Keenum and win like 10 games with Case Keenum with that offensive line. Shoot, you talk about. I mean, I agree with you. Pay Zeke.
Pay Zeke. Say Cooper is no alpha. But if you want to look at the second half of that season for the Dallas Cowboys, Amari Cooper was the reason why a lot of them games was won. Especially the Eagles game. He demolished the Eagles in Dallas.
Like that. Dak needs a guy who can break the defense because he's not an elite mid-level throw. He doesn't throw in the middle of the field amazingly, but he does throw a decent like post. I don't know. You know, like Dak is not a passing god at all. Like you think.
Yeah, he's not a passing god. Like even knowing that he's so mobile and he can scramble. But I feel like with the difference between, I think Amari Cooper needed to get away from that Raiders because we all knew what he could. We all knew what he could do coming out of college. We all knew what Amari Cooper could do. But I feel like he got no difference. Sucks in the final weeks. Strong week 14, horrible week 15 and 16. Yo, so you talking about Dak Prescott, Luis Lopez? You talking about Dak Prescott? But it's surprising that
overrated.
Yeah, he's overrated. Yeah, I think he's overrated. I mean, he is a franchise quarterback. I can't say that Dak Prescott will be a franchise quarterback, but until then, y'all, Cowboys ain't doing much this year. They're not going to do much this year. I don't see nothing big on them in the NFC East. Eagles, I don't know what I'm gonna get out. I just don't know what I'm gonna get out of that division. Period. I don't know what I'm gonna get out this division. That's gonna be another one to look at as well.
He has yet to throw for 4,000 yards. That's my problem with him. Like, if you can't throw for 4,000 yards in this league, you're not worth big money.
But do you think that's the reasoning because of Zeke getting the ball at least 20 carries a game?
I mean, no, because you can still like you can still have you can run up the scores. They don't run up the scores. I mean, like you don't see Dak just like for instance, Kareem Hunt got the ball out last year, but Mahomes threw for 50 touchdowns because he's just that good. Dak is like he's like a more mobile Kyle Orton with a slightly better arm.
Did he just say Kyle Orton?
He's like a poor man's Donovan McNabb. He's not good. Like he's not that good. I'd rather have McNabb, bro. I really would. Like if you put McNabb in his prime on the Cowboys, they go to the Super Bowl. Like for real. That's a good team. McNabb was a good player and he scrambles just like McNabb, but his arm talent sucks. McNabb's arm talent was better than that.
Yeah, that's true. I can agree to that as well. But as far as Dak Prescott, I don't know what type of crack he on. But at the same time, I feel like with Dak Prescott, just play ball. Like Zeke, just play Zeke. Just pay him and let that boy come back.
Not accepting the $30 million per year was probably the dumbest thing Dak Prescott's ever done.
I don't understand why he did not accept it. That's another thing. Why you did not accept it?
Idiotic.
Let's
flip over to you say Gordon saying pay the man. I don't know about Gordon. Here's why I'll say I don't know about Gordon. Because I would trade the man if I'm the Chargers. Because I got I forgot the backup running back, but he can run. They got two running backs in the back behind Gordon who can play. So, like the Cowboys don't have anybody. They have Tony Pollard who's a rookie.
And they re-signed Alfred Morris as well.
I guess Alfred Morris. So I still don't. It's not the same thing as Austin Eckler or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but you really want to replace Austin Eckler? Put him in the spot with Melvin Gordon
I want to, but I'm already paying Rivers and I have to pay a lot of people. So if you're the Chargers, I have to pay a lot of people already.
Malguli, you talking about trade him to Green Bay? Y'all do not want Melvin Gordon in your division. Y'all really don't.
I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
I don't think y'all want Melvin Gordon in your division. I don't even like him in our division.
Is you like the Dolphins or something?
Honestly, listen, he'll get paid, and I think he will take a pay cut to go to the Patriots. I'm just like you know that right now. The Patriots is the type of team. The Patriots is the type of team that would do the trade, and Melvin Gordon would take a pay cut to win a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, he would do it. I think he would.
They can afford Melvin Gordon too.
Yeah, they can afford it. Yes, I think the Patriots is something where, I mean, you might take some carries away from James White because James White is more of a pass catching running back, but I mean, I got a feeling that might happen. I mean, he could go to the Dolphins, but the Dolphins don't really have a good quarterback. They are in a QB battle with Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen. So who really wants to go to Miami right now? I wouldn't either, but I could see him going to the Buccaneers with Bruce Arians. I can see that.
Whatever happened to Doug Martin?
Doug Martin, he's a Raider.
Oh yeah. Good. Wow.
Yeah, he's a Raider. But we got a nice little backfield, so you know.
Starter. He used to be really good.
Most likely he's going to be. I think it's going to be split of the carries because we still got Richard over there, and we got we drafted Josh Jacobs.
I just noticed something. Okay, I take back my take earlier that I said that Melvin Gordon should be traded. I take it back because Rivers. Here's why. Rivers only makes $11 million. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Rivers don't make much.
Rivers only made 11.
He don't make much. I knew he was.
Pay Melvin Gordon then. I didn't know that. You had to pay Melvin Gordon. That's bullshit.
Listen, somebody please get Melvin Gordon out the AFC West, please.
I didn't realize. I thought Rivers made like 30 mil. No, if Rivers only makes 11 mil, like pay Gordon.
Hold up, he makes 11 mil a year.
Yeah.
Oh, that is low ball to Phillip Rivers. For the numbers that he put up, that is a low ball.
Okay, but his cap hit is 23. He's only making $11 million this year. He has bonuses though, so he has a cap hit of $23 million. Still, that's really low. That's really low though for Phil Rivers. Like I was expecting at least 30.
Yeah, that's bogus.
You should pay Gordon, in my opinion. I feel like they're being cheap. So I agree with you, Melvin, actually, on second thought.
Yeah, please let my Melvin Gordon. Please trade him. I'm telling the Chargers, trade him. As a Raiders fan, trade him. That's my personal.
First and a second for Gordon, dude. That'd be worth it. That'd be worth it. If,
yeah, it'll be worth it because Gordon's still in his prime too.
The Seahawks should do it.
Ooh, but then what it is, can Gordon play in the cold?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because you know he's a West Coast guy.
If you're gonna win this league, you gotta be able to play in the cold, though.
Yeah, because you know, I mean, he does play in the cold because he played against Kansas City. Kansas City do play in the cold, so that's another one. And Denver plays in the cold too.
I don't want Green Bay to get Gordon, man. Don't speak that into existence. I don't want Green Bay to get Melvin Gordon. I want Green Bay to suffer.
Right.
Green Bay I want Rodgers to trip on himself again. The Patriots, I don't want to see that either. The Patriots have enough good stuff.
I don't think their roster is that. I don't think the Patriots roster is that impressive though. You know, Gronk retired. You know, so like.
Offense isn't.
I mean, their defense is legit. I can say that. The Patriots' defense is legit, but Tom Brady and that offense, they slowing down a little bit. Brady getting up there in age.
He is getting up there. I am very curious, as I am each year that he goes forward, if this is the year that he starts to decline. And I think if it is,
I mean, he declined last year.
Did he though? Did he decline?
Stats wise, he declined. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl. He won his 6th Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to passing stats, passing yards, he declined.
Oh, it sucks that I heard N'Keal Harry got hurt. I think it was a leg injury. That sucks. That's really crappy for them, especially for N'Keal Harry. The RumBoyz interviewed him, and he's a really nice guy. So that just sucks.
Yeah, shout out to the RumBoyz for doing the rookie symposium or the rookie interviews. That you got a lot of good people.
RumBoyz.com for all those.
Yes, please go to RumBoyz.com for all the videos, because this most likely probably be on RumBoyz.com once I'll break it down, because we are recording it as well, so the manual uploads will be going on. Probably will be dropping once a day. I'll probably do some editing tonight and drop one of these segments tonight. Who knows? You just don't know what you're going to get out of RumBoyz.
Yeah.
You know, we always doing something on the late night. That's just what we do.
We're always working.
We always working. Speaking of a few things with the NFL, so a few other topics. Golden Tate's I know you heard about it though. Golden Tate's what is it that he's gonna be suspended for 4 games. He was trying to appeal it, and his appeal got denied. So he's going to miss 4 games due to he had an enhancement drug. That's what he had.
Is he on the Giants?
Yeah, Golden Tate. Yeah. So yeah, he does lose the appeal. And he will be suspended for 4 games for a PED violation. Now,
I mean,
I don't. He's a T.
That's nothing.
So
Only 4 games, probably worth it.
I don't know, because I mean, I've seen him in preseason, and he looked pretty good in preseason. You know, catching the ball from Daniel Jones, because Daniel Jones looked really good as well. I actually like him in his week 1. He did look pretty. He looked pretty good. I can't even lie.
I made fun of him in an article, but I mean, he looks good. Bully says here in Indiana we have the Andrew Luck injury. Key in the building says he hurt his ankle. Who are you talking about? N'Keal Harry. But as far as
I thought it was a calf injury for Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew Luck. Yeah, that calf recover very fast, like other people does. Like, he couldn't throw for like a good year whenever he had that surgery. I mean, Andrew Luck is not somebody who stays healthy. It's interesting, something to remember. Yeah,
he was healthy.
For a long time.
He was healthy this past year. I mean, once he played all 17 games, and on top of that, he had an offensive line now that actually blocked for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be good this year, but it just does concern me that he's had a 6-month calf injury. That's not good. You don't want to have an injury linger that long. I don't know.
It was 6 months.
He got injured at the end of last year, and he played through it, but he's still hurt, like, right now. And it's just like, man, like, dude, you've been hurt a long time now, just for this one injury. So,
yeah, it's about that time. So, yeah, it's about the time for him to not play any preseason games and just play regular season games, get ready for the regular season. That's just my personal opinion. But I definitely wouldn't play him. Absolutely not. I wouldn't play him.
Jacoby Brissett anyway. He's good enough.
But he's not a bad quarterback, though.
He's pretty decent. He gets the ball knocked away at the lines too often, but other than that, he's a good quarterback.
Living here in Indianapolis, everybody's so used to Luck getting hurt. I mean, he was like that in college. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, he was like that in college. That's the part that y'all don't understand. Like,
he's so good when he's on the field. When he's not on the field,
it sucks.
It rattles, yeah.
It sucks 100%. And where I could go with Andrew Luck is that, I mean, he did have a great year this past year. He did have a great year. If for him to get a calf and an ankle injury, probably the same leg, it's tough. It's tough on the quarterback. But yeah, we all know about the Golden Tate issue, so he's going to be suspended for 4 games due to PED violations. And that's basically what we really covered. You know, NFL, NBA. I'm not going to talk no WWE tonight. Because you know, JD don't know too much about WWE. You all know.
I wish I could. You gotta bring Malguli on for that.
Yeah, I'll bring. I gotta bring Malguli on for that for a recap. Hopefully, Malguli, you gotta text my phone and let me know when you're ready to do the SummerSlam.
WWE.
I know it as well, but I'm not as big as Malguli though, because Malguli does the wrestling part of Spotlight Sports Talk. So he does definitely do the wrestling parts of that. So shout out to Malguli. If I have not subscribed to his page, please do. If I have not subscribed to RumBoyz Central page, please go sub RumBoyz Central, RumBoyz Fantasy Network, RumBoyz Northeast, RumBoyz Philly, aka Spotlight Sports Talk. Follow us on all social medias as well. You know, RumBoyz Fantasy Network. What's your Twitter? Did you change your Twitter name yet, or is it still the same?
Mine, it's at JCHERIO 92. I'll put it in the. I don't know how to change it actually. I don't know if you can change it, but
you can. I'll show you how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do it. If you want to follow me on social media, I have a few accounts, honestly. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. Is Spotlight FB Talk. That's at Twitter, Spotlight FB Talk. And if you are a Raiders fan, if you want to go to the Silver and Black Podcast, you can do that on Instagram at Silver and Black Podcast. Raiders news will be coming soon, and we'll be having some new logos for the merch. Yes, we will be having some new logos for the merch for SpotlightSportsGear.com. And if y'all not following us on Instagram, SpotlightSportsGear.com. Follow RumBoyz Fantasy Network on all social media platforms, y'all. Say, bro, we need to talk about the Bears NFC North Division. We can actually, if you want to talk about it right now, knowing that we have JD on, we can talk about the NFC North Division if you want to talk about it, right now, or you want to wait till we do another segment and put Malguli on, and we can have all 3 of us on to talk about it.
Yeah, that'd be fun too. It'd be great to have Malguli on here too. Definitely go to RumBoyz.com and just log in. You can use your Facebook to log in, your Twitter, or anything like that. And we have forums that we're trying to boot up. We got a bunch of articles. We're also looking for bloggers. If you guys like to blog about sports, any type of sports, just hit me up on whatever platform or just on the website. But yeah, we can talk about whatever you guys want.
Yeah, you can ask us. And y'all, we got people in the chat, so if y'all have any questions for us now, we are opening up the floor for y'all. Shout out to Connor, shout out to Malguli, Key in the building, Gucci Raptors fan. Yeah, that's Trey. I think that's Trey as well. Shout out to RumBoyz Fantasy Network that was on here. I'm surprised I didn't see JR. I didn't see Mr. Vlogs on here. Iverson Vlogs, surprisingly.
Yeah, nice night.
Shout out to Luis Lopez. Shout out to RQ3. Oh, they go Iverson Vlogs. Iverson Vlogs was in here. He said the Bears are going to win 11 plus games.
Oh, he's right.
I even see that comment. Shout out to Iverson Vlogs, man. He's definitely.
Shout out to Iverson Vlogs, for sure.
Who else was?
Representing.
Let me see who else was in here.
Everybody smash that like too. Let's get 3 more likes at least.
Yeah, let's get some more likes, y'all. Let's get some more likes. Shout out to Enrique Rodriguez. Shout out to you, Bo. Like, that's Raiders Nation right there.
Are we gonna take some calls here?
We're not actually gonna take calls. We just gonna wait for them to see what questions they have.
Oh, okay.
Cause I don't feel like pulling up Skype right now and that phone be going off.
Oh, okay, no problem.
So Midwest Sports, shout out to you. Shout out to Aaron Reed for joining in. Trey Smith, shout out to Trey Smith for being on. CA Sports, which that's Kobe Anderson. He's a Broncos fan. Shout out to the donkey. I'm sorry. Nathan Spratt. Shout out to Nathan Spratt for being on. MLB Reds win it. Shout out to you as well. Baker. Shout out to Baker. You know he's a big Browns fan. So shout out to Baker. And, I know it was another person that I missed. I don't want to make it. Nathan Pratt. Oh, he's
Been here the whole time.
Cushman Baseball Chat. Shout out to Cushman Baseball Chat for being in the chat as well.
Milani, always repping.
Malguli.
A lot of fans, got a lot of good people.
Right. And Malguli, I'm not going to pull up Skype for the phone call. I'm not going to do that. If you want to call my phone, you can do that. You can call my phone, and I'll put you on speaker because I'm not pulling up Skype. I'm not doing it. He said, okay, bro, what's your thoughts on the Eagles? Let's agree without Carson Wentz, they are fucked. I have to agree too. They don't have a backup quarterback. If Carson Wentz gets hurt, Sudfeld has a broken wrist, and they have what is that quarterback? They got Cody Kessler over there. Cody. That's what I'm saying. Like, call Cap. I mean, I don't even think you should wait till he gets hurt to call Cap. Call Cap now.
Well, the thing is, I mean, Kaepernick has already been. The people don't talk about this. Kaepernick's already been invited to a bunch of camps. He doesn't show up because he's too busy making money, living off his own brand right now. Honestly, he makes more money not playing football, being and protesting.
I agree because just to let you know that he's getting $80 million from Nike. He don't need to play football no more. He getting $80 million from Nike. That's enough said. That is enough said. That's just my personal opinion. But as far as they definitely gotta go out and get a quarterback. If they don't go out and get a quarterback, it's going to be a problem for the Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz ain't going to live up to the money. He's going to be. I don't think he's going to live up to the money this year. I think you should have waited till he played a whole full season without. I mean, okay, yeah, you won't get the nicks and the bumps and stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, if Carson Wentz messes up that knee again, y'all put all your eggs in one basket and let Nick Foles walk. That's just my opinion on that. JD, you still on? Yeah, I can't hear you, bro. There we go. I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Whoops. Nick Foles and Carson Wentz, it would just be hard to justify that. Definitely, honestly, I would look at I don't know why Eli Manning is still a starter in this league. I have no idea. He would be a nice backup for the Eagles, but yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. Or Trevor Siemian, where's he at? Trevor Siemian would be a good backup.
I think he's in another. I forgot what team that he's on, but we got Malguli on the phone. He just called my phone, y'all. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I'm just here watching SmackDown, and I know we ain't talking about WWE, but so far SmackDown is a little bit better this week.
It's a little bit better than Raw. Is what you saying? You said it's better than Raw this week?
The only thing about Raw is I did watch some of the show. The only problem I had with Raw is just there was some good moments, and then there was some moments. The best moment was Sasha.
That's another.
But right now, Orton's just killing New Day right now. So I'm just he's RKO'ing him all three of their asses.
So what questions you have for us tonight, brother? What questions you have for us tonight?
Hold on, Spotlight. Give me a second, bro. Give me a second.
Is you live streaming while you on this phone?
No, I'm not live streaming. I didn't live stream SmackDown tonight. I didn't live stream Raw yesterday.
I know. I was kind of surprised by that.
Because I was basically, let's just say, I was handling some business, and I will explain that Saturday when I'm live. Let's just say, and hope and pray to God that there is a Cubs game. I need to freaking stream a Cubs game.
So,
it's not even funny anymore.
Alright, so.
But anyway, I know we got questions. Mount Gooley probably has answers.
So back to Cap though. Cap could play in this league if he would be a backup. If he didn't piss off Miami, he had enough talent. You think he won't be a good backup?
Yeah, nobody wants him as a backup because he brings so much attention to the backup position. You know what I mean? Like, he has the talent, obviously, to be a backup.
I think with some teams he could be a starter.
Yeah, with Miami, Miami could use him, but he pissed off that fan base really bad. And then who else could use him? I'm trying to think. Everybody has a quarterback.
Bears were gonna get him.
I think.
But I don't know how that will work. I mean,
The Bears.
No, the Bears wouldn't need him. I mean, as a backup, yes, but I don't think he wanted to do the back. Honestly, he could go to
He can go to he can't go to Philly, even though they lost Big Dick Nick.
What?
That's his nickname.
Philly could be a backup if he would embrace that role.
I watch your name, you know how I am.
Oh my God.
I don't know if he would do it, though. Sorry, I interrupted you in your SmackDown talk. I was just...
No, we was talking about Kaepernick.
Yeah.
There's a few teams out there that can do it. I mean, the Buccaneers need a backup, and besides if Jameis Winston starts to fuck up.
Here's my whole thing with the Buccaneers with this. Why keep him?
What, Jameis Winston?
You can't say the man throws interceptions like KFC throws chicken. No.
I mean, you got a guy in Bruce Arians. That's why.
You know, if Bruce Arians is changed, he has that character that he once was. Okay, I can see him staying, but if not, you gotta go.
I mean, I can say from what I saw, surprisingly having Byron Leftwich as your offensive coordinator, I did watch the first series with Jameis Winston, and he looked good. They scored on the first drive with Jameis Winston. They went right up the field on Pittsburgh's first team D.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say. I mean, it looks good for the first week of the preseason. Don't get me wrong, because that was first team defense and first team offense. But at the same time, I have to think about it. Like, listen, Byron Leftwich is going to be a good offensive coordinator. I think he's going to mold Jameis Winston. They both young at their position. Like, Byron Leftwich, we all knew what type of quarterback he was. He's going to be a head coach soon. If he can turn Jameis Winston's career around as a player and his productivity, he's going to be a coach in this league somewhere.
He should be the Bucs coach after Arians. Arians is super old, guys. Like, he's a hella old.
That's why Arians decided to let Byron Leftwich call the plays without having Arians have anything to do with it. They have quarterback meetings and offensive coordinator meetings. Boom. Arians is not in the meetings.
Really smart and really good. He's going to be a good coach.
Bruce Arians is not in those offensive meetings because Byron Leftwich he's making him full control of the offense.
True.
I like Leftwich a lot.
I got something to add here. This is like a really, really good question right now.
Okay.
Let's talk about, showmanship now. Who in this era is the best showman quarterback in this league?
You said who's the best showman quarterback in this league?
Showman.
Yeah.
Cam.
For a long time, and you know what? Oh my God, JD, you're gonna kill me for saying this name, but when it goes for showman, Rodgers was showman. He would put on a show and also just embarrass you. Sure, I should both know because
He's a showman. No, Rodgers is cocky. He's fun to watch, and he's a hell of a talent. I've seen him live, and man, he's one hell of an arm for sure.
Yeah,
I've never seen anyone throw a football that fast.
that fast, and then also plus, at the same time, you know what? At the same time, you're right, but at the same time with the Packers, this is also the truth about the Packers. They spent so much money in free agency and doing well in the draft. This should have happened right after they got pip smacked by the damn Falcons.
Talking about all the defensive pieces they have now.
Yeah, that was the time right there. Okay, they need to do this, they need to do that. But
Eagles is a good pickup for sure.
like Mike McCarthy basically hurt that franchise with his horrible play calling and having the Packers get bailed out by Aaron Rodgers' arm. And that was the problem for the Packers last season. It showed. It showed. And then plus, this is your bread and butter. This is your golden goose. If he's hurt, the Packers are hurt.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's 100% true. When Rodgers goes down, the Packers are not the same team. Deshaun Kaiser, Matt Flynn, I mean, they're decent backups, but obviously Matt Flynn's not with them anymore, but he used to be. But like, they were decent backups. So whenever Rodgers is down, the Packers feel it. I just don't trust
Aaron Rodgers.
I don't trust Rodgers' ability to adapt and listen to Matt LaFleur. And I don't know if Matt LaFleur is an elite coach anyway. So I don't know. I don't know about the Packers. We'll see. I hope they're bad.
To be honest with you, I think the Packers will go 9-7 this year, and they'll probably be in the wild card.
You think 9-7?
9-7.
I think they'll split. I think the Bears will win one, the Packers will win one.
It could be a split, but to be honest, for me, I'm one of those Bear fans. Like, if we do not sweep Green Bay or beat Green Bay where something really, really matters, it's a mission failed. Last year was mission accomplished. We eliminated them, and we won the NFC North in Chicago. That was mission accomplished. And then Cody Parkey happened. Spotlight knows.
But Nakia do have a question. Kia in the building do have a question. She said, "Do y'all think Matt Patricia is a good coach for the Lions?"
That's a good question.
Let me say this about the Lions. You know what? Here's the problem with the Lions. There's only one problem. He's a good coach, but the quarterback's the problem. Matthew Stafford is trash.
I don't think so. I disagree.
He's trash.
I disagree. My question is, who is he throwing to in Detroit?
He's throwing to nobody. To be honest,
My point exactly. He still put up damn near 4,000 yards with no receivers. Like,
They're trying to have
5,000 almost.
right.
Because here's the thing.
haven't seen it enough. And the Packers, the Patriots got better when Matt Patricia left. So that tells me enough I need to know about Matt Patricia. Oh, wow. Stafford only threw for 3,700 yards last year. Was he hurt?
He was hurt. He was hurt this year. I think he was hurt this past year. But he has nobody, like... Nobody.
But at the same time, he lost his smile.
Don't throw the Shawn Michaels. Do not throw the Shawn Michaels terminology in there. Please not.
No, believe I'm right here.
He lost his smile when Megatron left. And he just lost his confidence.
He lost his confidence when Golden Tate left.
Oh, no.
When they traded Golden Tate, that broke Matthew Stafford down.
This is the first last year was the first year that Stafford didn't go for 4,000 yards.
Like, that whole franchise was just, think about this.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Megatron was one of the guys that had Matthew Stafford be a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. But when it came down to it, if you didn't have Megatron, Golden Tate was his bread and butter.
The question, though, is do you guys think that Matt Patricia is good for the Lions? And I'm going to say good. He's better than what they've had, but they could use somebody else.
I think
Offensive genius.
he needs to bring on an offensive genius to be an offensive coordinator. And he can just focus on the defense so he don't have to worry about the offense. That's what's the good thing about being a head coach. Sometimes you don't have to call plays. He lost Ebron too, so Ebron is gone. So that was another weapon.
And also the biggest problem with Detroit for years, ever since they had Stafford, now this is a fact. You can disagree with this, but this is a fact. They had no running game.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's a fact. Because Riddick could never stay healthy. Riddick could never stay healthy.
None of them could. I forgot who they had before. None of their guys could stay healthy.
And you know what, and JD, this is also true, because this is how I feel about it. And if you lose to Jay Cutler, there's a serious problem. When Jay Cutler is you, that is a serious problem.
I can't.
You're right.
You know how I feel about Matthew Stafford. He is the Jay Cutler in this era now.
No, he's not. No, he is not. No, you're smoking crack. If I would listen to that tape, I would listen. If he has another bad season, stats wise,
it's time to go. It's time to go and play in the
It's time to
league.
go. I agree. One more season is bad. You should look for his replacement.
I don't see. This is my thing about Matthew Stafford. Put Matthew Stafford around a Mike Evans. Put a Matthew Stafford around a DeAndre Hopkins. Put a Matthew Stafford around a running back that can stay healthy for 16 games. Come on, you gotta think about what's around him too.
You're right, Spotlight. You're right. I'm not disagreeing with you, my brother. But at the same time, it always goes on the quarterback. He has to. Yes, I'm pulling another Shawn Michaels. Has to find his smile.
Oh my God.
It's the truth, dude. I've been watching.
Man, Aaron Rodgers lost his smile last year too. Please, come on.
He lost his smile because Mike McCarthy.
Aaron Rodgers did lose his smile.
He
He
lost
fell
his
off.
smile 2 years ago.
Let's
Here's
just-
the thing. When you bail someone out, and you know what? This is what pissed me off with the Steelers, and I'm going to get to them here in a second.
Oh my God.
No, this is the honest to God truth. Mike Tomlin uses all that high-end talent that they had, from Ben Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. High talent can't bail you out forever, and that's what cost Mike McCarthy his job.
Well,
This should have happened.
why do you think 90% of the coaches of the Detroit Lions are gone because they can't bring nobody to Detroit?
And plus,
Nobody wants to go
Detroit is a
there.
franchise.
And they
I think
and they're bad
Detroit,
franchise.
the Lions, and the freaking Cardinals.
But you can't blame Matthew Stafford for what the organization is putting around him. You can't blame that.
He's been to the playoffs a few times despite them being horrible. I mean, he's a B-B quarterback.
Yeah, he's a B- quarterback. I can agree.
He was or a C, but I wouldn't be
He's not a
minded being
superstar.
generous.
I mean, he's been better.
Yeah, he's not a superstar. He's not a Pro Bowler, but he's a top 15 quarterback in this league. Period.
Better than Dak Prescott.
No, just to talk about losing smile,
Put Dak Prescott on the Cowboys. There goes
smile and that Hail Mary.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Aaron Rodgers made the Lions and the Vikings and the Bears his personal bitch, and all we had to do, all we did was cry and pay him. Basically, Aaron Rodgers was the pimp in the NFC, AFC North, and we were the hoes. But now we done changed.
y'all in the NFC North. Y'all in the NFC North talk, man. God damn it.
Yeah, but Rodgers, the thing about Rodgers is he's a lot like Peyton Manning, where he's the system and all that stuff, but Rodgers is falling off, and like I feel like Rodgers is gonna end up on like the Broncos or something.
And here's the thing, Aaron Rodgers is not getting younger. It's the reason why I'm so mad at the Giants. You had Hopkins right in your lap, but you decided to pick Jones? What? What just happened?
Honestly, I like Daniel Jones. I like the way Daniel Jones plays. I like the way he plays.
He had a great game.
I think
I was surprised at how good he looked. I really did. I was very surprised at how good he played.
I think they just put him in the system where he was at in Duke. That's what I think what Pat Schumer did. I think he worked the system from Duke, and that's why he didn't make him overthink things like Eli Manning does 90% of the goddamn time.
Oh God, Eli.
So
You know, Eli last year had a face, and I'm mad it was not a me. It was a face, the face where he got sacked. I think it was the first week, or the first or second week, because his offensive line was trash. It was horrible. But here's the thing about Eli. We got it, even though some of us might not like Eli or all that, but I'm going to say this. He beat the Patriots twice.
yeah, you're never going to take that. That's absolutely true. You can't take that away from him. But I do want to wrap this up because we are over the 2-hour mark. But I want to thank you, bro, for coming on. We definitely got to do, if you're available tomorrow, if you want to do the summer.
We should do the free person one sometime.
Okay, either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm free.
Because I do want to do this SummerSlam recap.
Oh yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So, I don't know how you rate the show, but I gave it a 7 out of 10, and it was a good show. It can't touch last year.
Yeah.
Last year was no pun intended to AJ Styles, phenomenal.
Right. It was still a good event. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but
NXT though.
we're not gonna talk about NXT because don't tell me nothing about it. I didn't watch it yet, so
Ooh, you gotta watch that first.
I gotta watch NXT Takeover first before I talk about anything. But I just want to put y'all out there that me and Key in the building will be attending AEW's event in Philadelphia in October. So we will be going to AEW's event in October. That will be in the Leocore Center. So definitely look out for some updates of that, especially of what matches is going to be going on that date as well. So,
Can I make an announcement too? This is gonna be shocking to a lot of people.
oh shit, I'm
I'm
scared.
going to a Colts game.
Uh-oh.
Not really.
Reach 20 likes. That
But
was
not
a goal, wasn't it?
Colts.
Yup. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat for making this possible. 20 likes. We did it, y'all. But
Podcast, 21 likes. Nice. Thank you guys.
thank you guys for giving us that. I really do appreciate it so much. But Manguli, I thank you for coming on, man. Text my phone so we can talk about
We should do it as well.
your NFC North talk, and we can go from there.
No problem. It's about one more thing. About that showman thing. Baker Mayfield is the next showman in the NFL.
We can both agree on that one.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield is yeah, I like Baker as well. But thank you, bro, for coming on, and we about to wrap this up, man.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right.
Dude, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It's nice to be on Spotlight Sports Talk.
I know, man. It's been a crazy night. 2 hours of sports, debates, everything. We went over everything tonight. What we wanted to talk about. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this show. It was a great, epic show. Like I said, Spotlight Sports Talk is 100% raw and uncut. Follow us on all social medias at Spotlight Sports Talk, RumBoyz Fantasy Network, RumBoyz Philly, and I'm gonna let JD. You got it, bro.
I just want to thank you one more time for having me on the channel. It's nice. I can't stream myself, so it's nice to get on you guys' channels and just rap about sports for a few hours at a time. It's really awesome. We'll definitely have to get into Big Three another time. It was amazing talking NBA and NFL with you. And yeah, go to RumBoyz.com, guys. Everyone sign up for RumBoyz.com. It's free. Tons of sports talk. Now, Bully, shout out to you. I definitely want to. We can do a special maybe RumBoyz collaboration where we talk about NFC North sometime, RumBoyz Central collaboration. That'd be kind of fun. But I appreciate you, Jaron, for having me on. Good times.
All right, and there you have it, guys. We are done for tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are done here. Peace, love, happiness. And we see y'all in the next video, man. See y'all in the next stream.